Hey, what's up, guys? Just a very quick video. I want to go over something with you all, just in case anybody's struggling. Basically, it's about risk to reward. So when I'm trading these small accounts, I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression or think that trading a small account is about even trading a large account. Is about taking the small wins or the scalping and having a lot of wins. When I'm doing that, I do set a stop loss, maybe 5 or 7 pips, sometimes 10 pips, depending on the trade. And it's not really a situation where I implement a good risk to reward ratio. But I want you guys to understand that it is important to implement a good risk to reward ratio, because any strategy that you're consistently trading, it'll only be profitable over a long stretch of time if you're risking, let's just say, $1 to make $4, or $5 to make, or $25, for example, if you're trading something like gold, $25 to make $100. So if you're risking those, risking that small amount to make a large amount, then it allows you the opportunity to lose more times than you win and still be profitable, because you actually need that in the market. I mean, nobody can time the market. This Forex market is just completely insane.
Then we land in a jet straight to the moon. No, this ain't a game. Trading for real. No, this ain't the same. Stands for a meal. Come in exchange. Yeah.
All right, welcome back, guys. In this video, I want to do a quick walkthrough just in case someone is out there trading and you guys are consistently losing, which is where I was and where a lot of people who's successful now and consistent with their trades was several years ago or a few years ago. But this is something I learned if you are trading a larger account. Now, if you're trading a smaller account, you can trade support and resistance, take small scalps. But if you are truly looking to trade a strategy with a larger account, this is probably going to help you. This is the missing piece. So I want to show you that, for example, GBP USD, or even let's just say gold, for example. It doesn't really matter. Let's see. Let's say gold, for example. Gold. Let's say you're trading gold. You want to make sure, and it doesn't matter what strategy you're trading, you want to make sure that your risk to reward is spot on. So you want to risk $1 to make $4, or risk $1 to make $5. Now, I don't like to go less than a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 4. So sometimes I'll do 1 to 5, 1 to 8, just those high numbers. But what that that'll cause you to see a lot of losses in your account, but the losses will be small, and then the wins will outweigh the losses. Now, a lot of times you will see on the smaller accounts, even when I'm trading the smaller accounts and I'm scalping for these smaller amounts, what you will notice is a lot of wins, and then you will notice a nice size loss. Usually the loss isn't very large, but it's large enough to wipe out maybe 4 trades or so. I've gotten to the point where I can time the market just enough to collect a lot of pips before I lose. So in those instances, those small accounts will be just fine. I can grow those accounts to larger amounts. But as those accounts get to grow and become extremely larger amounts, I got to make sure that I begin to implement the 1 to 4, the 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. And the reason why we do that, and I'll show you just a minute, let's just say we're taking a strategy where this 70 period moving average, let's say we want to wait for it to cross or close below and then go into a sell position, or wait until it closes above and go into a buy position. If we were doing something like that, let's just say, okay, for example, this move right here, closed above, we want to go into a buy position. This is gold, so it'll probably jump down a lot of pips. So for this, we would have to say, okay, we want to risk 40 pips, and then we'll have to times that by 4. We want to risk 40 pips to collect 160 pips. So this example right here would have played out, would not have hit our 40 pips, but it would have hit our 160 pips. You see it went as high as 345 pips, but that would not be the case all the time. So let's just say for this particular trade, we are up 160 pips. And then over the next few trades, close below, there's no drawdown here. And let's see, we went as far as 60 pips. We went down, 98 pips, but the drawdown would have took us out here because it reversed here. But you can have a rule here that says if it goes down to 60 pips or so, you know, set it at break even. But you know, this is just an example. So now we're up 60 pips or 160 pips. We would lose this trade. That would take away 40 pips. We would lose this trade. We would be down 80 pips. So it would be the 160 minus the 80. So that would be 80 pips that we would be in the positive. All right, and then this trade closed below. We would have taken the trade down. It went 60 pips. We could have set it at break even, but we're not going to. We're going to ignore that right now. This trade went down. Would have closed at 40 pips. So now we're just up 40 pips. We're only up 40 pips, right? And then we come over here. It closed above, and we have our 40 pip stop loss. So it almost stopped us out here, but it didn't. Boom, and then now we're back up to our 160 pips. So our 160 pips on this trade plus the 40 pips that we had remaining from this, that's what, 200 pips. Now we're up 200 pips. And then here it is again right here, close below. Didn't stop us out. Another 160 pips. So now we're up 360 pips. So it's not like this is even a strategy. This is just me letting you guys know that you can almost take almost any strategy and pretty much, I mean, use a good risk to reward ratio.
Yeah, Forex, stamps, market open, we finna from get the bottom. He made it, his plans the best. You know we trading with StampsFX. Run up the price.